All right, gentlemen, if you could host a horror roundtable like this one with 3 creators of your choice, who's invited and what's the theme?
Proxidist, you go first.
I'm stumped as well. I don't know.
Come on, man, you're a YouTuber.
That doesn't change anything.
It changes a lot. Come on, you know it more than me.
Can it be anyone?
Yeah,
Yeah.
of your choice. Dream scenario.
It's a good job we
I
can
haven't
edit
heard
this
that.
out. I'll just cut it straight to your answer.
Yeah, I'm really struggling to think.
Perhaps think.
Well, I'll tell you
for-
what, let me jumpstart it for you. I just did that survival horror history video, and I
That
roped
was so
in a bunch of
good,
people
dude.
I thought were cool in the space.
Yeah.
So I just sat there and was like, "Notice me, senpai. Let's be cool together," type of thing. So I had like G-Man, Under the Mayo, and Euro Thug, and Under the Mayo. So I just kind of went out and was like shaking the trees. I was like, "Can I be in my video?" And they were all really cool. And they were just like, "Sure, why not?" Proxis, of course, for people who don't know, was one of the people. So that was really cool. But yeah, that's kind of the idea. Like if you had your choice of whose ear to bend, and like you could talk about anything, like is there anybody you'd be like, I really want to know their take, or I really want to engage somebody on said topic, regardless of status.
Probably Under the Mayo, because I disagree with a lot of stuff he says.
Oh, come on, he's your hero.
What do you mean he's my hero? I don't
It's
dislike
your-
the guy. I
it's
just think
your
it'd be really
hero.
entertaining,
Yeah.
I think Under the Mayo, Shinji Mikami. just so I can turn to him and be like, right, what's cut out the evil within? What would you do for a third game if things got too heated? And the third person, I think maybe my cat for moral support if things got, too nasty.
I'm not gonna lie, I would watch that roundtable.
Let's make it happen. Yeah.
I'm trying to think of the theme though. The theme would be the evil within. There we go. Yeah, I mean, it's like the thing that I know most about. So like, I'd be really curious to get Mayo's take on the evil within, because I don't think he's ever mentioned it before.
He's been pretty cagey, I think, if I remember correctly. Unless I'm confusing it with Avalanche, where I asked him about it, and he was like, I tried it a little bit. It wasn't my favorite thing, and I kind of didn't play it anymore. And I was like, oh, okay. Maybe we can force him to talk about it if we've got Mikami in the room. They want to,
Exactly.
press him a little bit, talk him up.
Exactly. Now you're on the spot, Herc.
Yeah. Proxidist just bought you a lot of time there.
Wait, so when we say creator, are we talking about content creators, or are we talking about like any creative?
I think it's any.
Yeah, it's any.
Yeah, I'd go with any
Oh, bro.
mixture. Yeah.
Imagine
Dead or
the
alive?
scenario. Imagine the scenario. Hideo Kojima, right? Hideki Kamiya, Yoko Taro. Enter a bar, get pissed drunk, and make a podcast out of it. Beautiful. No, we don't need a topic.
Beautiful.
Just put those 3 behind on a table. I can just be there, just to enjoy the moment. They don't need me there.
Yeah.
Put them, get them drunk. Just let them talk.
I have a question about that though. Would you be wearing shoes? Because if you're not wearing shoes, I think Hideo Kojima would want to scan your feet.
Oh, yeah. He's
Yeah, I
a
have a lot
unique
of
person.
issues.
That's an
I
icebreaker.
have to be careful
So
around.
make
them,
sure
yeah.
you're wearing shoes.
Make sure everyone's wearing shoes.
Yeah. I think
Everybody has to wear shoes.
Hideo Kojima likes the Hideo Kojima Kool-Aid. In my opinion.
Well, he's been on the Kool-Aid for a long time.
I know, but it's one of those things where like I find his games really boring. I can understand the appeal of them, but what I can't understand and refuse to understand is this idiotic cult of personality around him. I
get that.
I don't get it. And the thing is,
Just pretty cringy.
the thing is, he seems to be not actively encouraging it, but he seems to be of the point of view that he is some sort of genius and that sort of thing. And I can't get past that. He seems like a funny guy when normally, like his Twitter interactions and stuff. But I'm trying to find a polite way of saying I think is really fucking pretentious.
I agree.
Yeah,
Well,
I
I think
agree.
that comes with the territory of every auteur,
Yeah.
every auteur who gets this following of having these things that are profoundly more far branching than what the surface level thing is. You know what I mean? Like it's so it is what it is, and then it's actually so much more. So then you got this. Oh, but I mean, he's been doing the pretentious storyline thing for a long ass time. I mean, Metal Gear Solid is its entire thing is based around all of that. He's always been that really weird, like trying to make video games into film. Like, I mean, he's one of the first people to really start like pushing in that direction of like pushing video games to be more than just video games. And I think that's one of the bigger parts of why I think that there's such a cult around him, is because of how many years he's been around and how much he's tried to push the medium in that sense. That doesn't mean that like half of what he makes doesn't just, ultimately become gibberish, but I think for the most part he makes pretty decent games.
Well, no one's ever said that he's made a bad game. It's just that it's not my preference for it. Like, I don't find like walking simulators entertaining. I tried a couple Metal Gear Solid games and they didn't hit that vibe with me, although I thoroughly enjoyed, oddly enough, Revengeance. I thought that was riotously entertaining, and that's a spin-off.
Yeah, Revengeance
One
was
game you didn't make.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't even
yes,
like
yeah.
that game.
Yeah, that's platinum.
So-
I think even the fans themselves, like I'm a fan, right?
Yeah.
I love Metal Gear Solid, Death Stranding, whatever. I think that he's pretentious, but I guess because like we kind of think like, oh, he earned that, he earned that. He's what, 60 years old. Just let him do his own
He's
thing.
60.
He gave us the game. It's something like he's pretty old.
Yeah, he's
Like, he doesn't show, but he's pretty old.
I'm telling you, man, Japanese don't crack. They're
But it's like, just let him do his thing. It's all right. Like, he gave us these good games, and you can't really deny he's really fucking good at predicting the future. One with the AI thing in Metal Gear Solid 2, it's like happening right now these days.
Someone
And the
posted
other
a
thing-
meme of that in my Discord today about like how AI predicts like military leaders are using AI to make their decisions.
Yeah, it's actually like so interesting when you think about it. He like actually predicted that shit. And then the other thing was like Death Stranding. Death Stranding releases, and then COVID breaks out, and then we all need actually delivery men delivering things, and then we're all like separated, disconnected, and then we're now trying to reconnect after COVID. It's like he actually knows how to predict the future. But yeah, like I think he's really pretentious. I personally didn't enjoy Death Stranding 2 as much as I expected or wanted or wished. Unfortunately, it was like kind of disappointing, and that's why I kind of want to play it again, see if that's gonna change my opinion on it. But at that point, I'm like, he deserved that, Just let him be pretentious. He earned that.
Well,
Why stop now?
I heard it. Yeah,
I mean, he made a lot of great games, so yeah.
Yeah.
We'll say Metal Gear Solid's pretty as long-winded and verbose and over the top as it is. It's also just kind of like part of the point of that. Death Stranding, for me, I absolutely love Death Stranding's lore. I do find it like a little bit more insipid than I'd like. It's like a little bit too like violin, pull at the heartstrings type of thing, where it's like, okay, dude, there's like no other subtext here. It's just like wallowing in it. But yeah, he's still, even when he's making a game I don't like, I can't deny there's like something good about it, or really good about it elsewhere.
I think Death
why don't
Stranding
we-
is like the ultimate Kojima thing, though. It's everything that he's done, but like, it's just like, but pushed to its limits. So I mean, unless you're like a mega fan, most people don't like it. You know what I mean? Well, I mean, even like, for instance, let's just say it. So my uncle, he's like a huge Metal Gear Solid fan. I mean, he's the reason I like Metal Gear Solid. And he tried Death Stranding not that long ago. And, even I rented the game in the past and played it some, and kind of got used to like the movement mechanics and stuff. And I didn't put enough time into like really get invested, but I was telling him, I was like, well, just try to like, focus on the movement. Just, once you get a groove, I mean, there are a lot of things that make that aspect of it easier. And overall, he was like, well, he's like, I just can't get past the movement. I can't get past how even more long-winded the game is, how even more long-winded the cutscenes are. There's like 3 times as many cutscenes than any of the other games. It's just like there's so much of that stuff, and just like he goes even weirder than anything he's ever done before. Like he just gets weirder and weirder and weirder. And if you think about it, I mean, Death Stranding is like, it's one of those like most abstract, just fucking out there games ever made. It's so anti wanting someone to actually enjoy it, right? It's just, but if you connect to it, like if you connect to it in this really specific way, then you actually have to like punish yourself to finish it, kind of thing. You know what I mean? So it's, I mean, you're playing one of the most unfun games that's only fun because you're enjoying the narrative and you're enjoying the overarching plot of the thing. But the gameplay itself, I beg to differ on the fact that it's ever really fun. I mean, eventually it becomes easier because, you know, you create paths and you get bikes and you get trucks and blah, blah, blah. It becomes easier, but I would argue that it never actually becomes fun. You know what I mean? So, but that's also the point. It's not supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be a challenging, rigorous, unenjoyable experience, and that's kind of the entire point. What question do both of you, Proxidist and Herc, have for ACG, who's going to be on the next episode?
Yeah, I always forget to ask.
Then the next guest.
The next
Question
guest
for them
is ACG.
Oh, know who he is?
ACG.
He's a YouTuber.
Okay.
Alpha Centaur
Yeah, he does
Gaming,
reviews and
right?
stuff.
Or something like that. Angry
Yeah.
Centaur.
I have a very
Yeah,
very
that's the full
easy
name, I
specific
think,
question, not a math problem. What were you in Halloween, or if you weren't anything in Halloween, if you were able to be something, what would you be? Like no budget, no nothing. They're gonna give you this costume, and you're gonna be that thing. What would you want to be? That would be my question.
Proxidist, what would you like to ask him?
I used to actually watch him, so I have a pretty good question. I want to know his opinion on the other YouTuber Ranton constantly shitting on him in his reviews.
Sorry, what's his name?
Ranton, Ranton.
Ranton, yeah.
Yeah, he, like in his like old reviews, he
He's
used to
the ex-monk.
constantly. Yeah, he used to shit on ACG. I don't know if it was like a mutual thing, just like
Right.
I'm genuinely
Yeah, I
curious
don't know.
if he knows about it or if like he just hated him. Because I'd always say it. And just
Yeah,
be like,
Ranton
"Huh."
was pretty big at one.
We shall be curious as to what answer is that. I had no idea that was beef there, or
Of course.
or not, as maybe manufactured. Yeah, Deadforge, thanks for saying that, because I always forget, of course, to ask the next question.
Yeah. So, yeah, we'll go into the outro then. So, thanks for watching the Quad Damage Podcast, and we'd like to thank our guests, Hurt with HorrorVisuals and Proxidist. Thank you guys for coming on. Thank you for talking with us. Pleasure as always.